So guys, I'm not sure if this is talked enough about, but I actually believe that walks are a superpower of the human race. I truly believe walks are actually a superpower. And it's not just any walk. You need to walk while thinking about your work. You need to be doing your walk while thinking about how you're going to solve that problem once you're done with your walk. Whatever the problem may be. Maybe you're in e-commerce. How are you going to get more sales in e-commerce? Maybe you're a video editor. How am I going to make this the best video in the world? Whatever it may be, think about it while you walk in the sun with a nice, warm drink in your hand. That I find to be probably one of the superpowers of Earth that no one ever talks about. I think walking is super underrated. I understand maybe you're in a dangerous area where you can't really feel comfortable walking around. Cool. Maybe just pace in your room or something, or maybe pace in just outside your house, literally just right outside. I don't know, but I do find walks to be extremely, extremely useful because it gives you a very relaxing, good way to think about how you're going to solve the problems that you have, right? That's the most important thing. Don't just go for a walk and be like, oh, haha, I'm on my walk. I'm going to think about dogs and I'm going to think about dogs and I'm going to think about, I don't know, why is the sky blue? No, don't just think about random shit. Think about the problem at hand. You have some sort of problem. You need to solve that problem. You need to be coming up with a war plan of what you're going to do next while you're on your walk. That's the most important thing. I believe Einstein did all the time as well. He was just thinking about physics all the time. He's just thinking about the problem. When he'd go for hour walks, just thinking about the problem. I think it's a superpower that a lot of people have forgotten about. And I highly, highly, highly recommend walking with some good sunlight and a nice warm cup in your hand, nice warm drink, whatever it may be. Could just be warmed up water, literally warmed up water. That's it. It can be that. That's fine. I think it's something about being unique. I think really just kind of activates neurons and wakes you up a bit. So just a little key trick, something I recommend trying out because I've tried many things, right? You can work out all the time. You can work out super hard. You can eat super right. But if you're just working out super hard, eating super right and staying inside of one little room, sat down all day, every day, I just don't think it's the most productive for problem solving. I find there's something very unique about the combination of walking or pacing while also inside of the sun, while also thinking about the problems you need to solve. The warm beverage is also another. The warm beverage is also another little add-on, but that's a small one. The most important thing I think is the walking. The second most important thing I think is walking in the sun. You gain that sun absorption. And that's why people try and say oh, you need to leave your room or stuff. It's not even for socializing or anything. It's literally for sunlight. It's literally for walking in sunlight. And actually walking in sunlight are very, very, very important. I find them to be very, very useful for solving problems. You just need to not become most people when they go for a walk, they're not thinking about their problems anymore. They're not thinking about, oh, how do I solve that thing? They take it like a break to stop thinking about how to solve the problem when actually I think it should be used the exact opposite. It should be used as a break to think more about the problem and really trying to figure out what you're going to do, what you can change, and how you're going to fix this. Because when you're at your computer trying to fix the problem, you're often doing things at the same time. You're trying it. You're like, let me try this. Let me try that. No, remove the ability to act, which is what is walking, right? When you're walking, you can't just teleport to your computer and start getting to work. No, remove the ability to act and walk. And that will really focus you to just think about, okay, what's the actual problem? And what am I going to do to solve that problem once I'm back at my desk? How am I going to solve that? And go for a nice little walk. And just could be a 30-minute walk, hour walk. I promise you it's not a waste of time as long as you're using your brain time, as long as you're using your thinking time well. As long as you're truly thinking about the problem, you will watch every now and then. You guys will come up with some very unique solution to a problem. Be like, yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to do once I get back to my desk. And that's what you want, isn't it? You want it to be that you know exactly what you're going to do when you go sit back down to do things. Because that's usually where people get lost. Usually people are sitting at their desk, they're sitting at their battle station, at their workstation, and they don't know what to do. They're thinking about what to do. And I don't recommend your battle station or workstation to be the place where you think about what to do. Your workstation is where you act. It's where you do things. It's where you actively do things to solve the problem. If you don't know what to do, then I don't recommend sitting at your computer. I don't recommend sitting at your work desk. I recommend you going for a walk in the sun with a nice warm beverage in your hand and you think about, okay, how are you going to solve this problem?